Hey folks, welcome back. Day 3 of the Concealed Carry Expo here at USCCA in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And it's day 3, but that means, all good things come in threes, right? So right here to begin day 3, I've got Chad Enos from Caltech. What is up, brother?
How you doing? There's only 2 of us.
Yeah, it's just 2 of us.
What does that mean?
It's even doubly special.
Okay.
I said all good things come in threes, but there's just 2 of us.
We'll
so
roll with that.
Yeah, we'll roll. Hey, folks, so, a lot of exciting things here at the Concealed Carry Expo. Lots of great presentations going on, demos on the demo stage, tons of vendors, tons of people checking out their wares.
This is a cool show. This is
our
first time here.
It's your first time here, and you were kind of like, I'm not sure what to expect, and it sounds like it's exceeded your expectations.
It's been awesome. All my friends are here. I wasn't expecting that. All the big vendors are here. Wasn't expecting that either.
Yep.
And everything is organized, and it's very well thought out. This is a great show.
Yeah.
We'll be back.
Yeah, and one of the things I really appreciate about this show is that it's really, a lot of the shows have the educational opportunities, but I feel like the educational opportunities here at the Concealed Carry Expo take a little bit more of a center stage, right? The show is still important, but you're big on training. You're a heck of a shooter. You compete 3-gun. You also happen to run, all things marketing and awesomeness at KelTec. But I'm sure you agree with me that the training aspect, the educational opportunities is really key.
It seems like for every 5th or 6th booth here, there's a classroom, which is awesome. Yeah, and there's screens and people giving presentations on stuff. Like you said, it's all educational stuff,
right.
And a lot of real big focus on women's shooting as well.
Yep,
it's pretty cool.
Yes, we've got the women's concealed carry showroom and the stage right over here to our stage right. And, there's been some awesome presentations over there. In fact, a couple of times throughout the weekend as you've been watching coverage, you may have heard occasionally some clapping or whatever because that's right next door to us here. So.
And the chairs are getting full. It's not like a bunch of empty chairs. People are coming and learning a bunch of cool stuff. So.
Yeah, my seminars, dude, have been, packed.
Good.
Which has been – I'm not sure if they're there to see me or if they just – it's so full that people just don't have anywhere to go. So, I might as well take a seat in here and listen to this dude.
I think they're like, that guy's good looking. Let's see what he has to say.
So, Chad, KelTec's already had a pretty big year.
Yes. Yeah, already.
So, you launched 2 new products earlier this year. Let's just talk about that really quick and tell us, what's exciting coming from KelTec these days?
So, kind of a variant of the KSG. It's called the KS7. It's a single tube version of the gun. It's still 26.1 inches with an 18.5-inch barrel, but it comes with a carry handle and this really sweet fiber optic sight built into the carry handle. So it's also got M-LOK slots all over it. So we really wanted to make a shotgun. It's 12 gauge, by the way. A shotgun that is out of the box and ready to take to the range. If you love your KSG and you have one, you'll know that you took it out of the box and you had to buy sights and an optic for it, and kind of dress it up and stuff, and get creative with how to mount your light. Because you always want to have a light. You go to any of these classes here, any of these instructors are going to tell you always identify your target. So. Right. We just wanted to offer an easy way to put your light on the shotgun. It's a little narrower, it's half the tubes, and it's lighter, and it's just real easy to wield. So my first question was, what does it do that the KSG doesn't do? And that's the answer. It's out of the box, ready to shoot. Ready to take to the range and ready to train with. If you want to use a shotgun for home defense or vehicle defense, great option. So that's the KS7, super fun gun.
Yeah.
And then the handgun we introduced this year is the CP33, which CP stands for competition pistol, and 33 stands for 33 rounds in a flush fit magazine, which is crazy. I'm pretty sure we're the first ones to do it.
Right.
It wouldn't be a first that we were the first, but it's an amazing training tool as well. For it's 22 long rifle, and you get 33 rounds in the mag. It's got a 9-inch sight radius, adjustable fiber optic sights. But all along the top of the gun, I should have brought one over here. It's probably my bad. But along the top of the gun is all Picatinny rail.
Yeah.
So if you want to put a dot on there, it's threaded half 28 to put a suppressor on there. And underneath the bottom, you can put a pick rail slot, M-LOK slot there. So if you want to put a light on it, just super inexpensive, fun, full size, sort of training pistol. Or if you just want to take somebody to the range, a first time shooter, it's 22. It's going to build their confidence. It's crazy accurate. So you get them out to the range. They're shooting 22. They're shooting it quietly. There's not a lot of noise. It's not intimidating.
Right.
And when they look at their target, after firing a mag out of that, it's just going to build their confidence. So.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
Great pistol. Love it.
Well, we shot at the SHOT Show. I need to get one. I need to get a KS7. I've always liked the KSG, and I wouldn't mind having one of those as well. But I'll tell you, when you came out the KS7, that platform, dude, I mean, okay, so I have a home defense shotgun. I mean, it's not like my primary tool necessarily for home defense. I mean, I'm probably going to go to my pistol most times because I'm going to have my pistol closer to me, right?
And you tend to train with your pistol a lot more.
I train with my handguns, I mean, a lot. I'm a handgun shooter. But I have a home defense shotgun. If I have the opportunity to get to it, right, and if tactically I go, that's the tool to use for the situation, I'll go to it. But it's a full-fledged, pump-action shotgun.
Sure.
It's a Mossberg. So I mean, it's a tank, and it runs like a tank.
Yeah.
That KS7. I mean, first time I picked that up, I'm like, it's almost like a. I mean, I hate to say it's a toy, right? But it's so light.
Firearms are not toys.
It's so light and so short and compact. Like that actually might open up my options as far as where and how I can store it for access, because it's so small, narrow, light, all that stuff. So that's really cool. And plus, you're not really giving up anything at all on capacity.
None.
7 rounds in the tube. I mean,
yeah.
And a shotgun, that's all you need.
Yeah, it has a tactical advantage in that it's 26.1 inches in overall length. So what that means is if you're going through doorways, it's very important.
Huge.
Very important to always want to keep your muzzle towards the threat. And you talk about this all the time, but if you need to open a door, you can always keep your muzzle forward and keep the gun tucked in. With a traditional style shotgun, you may either have to put the muzzle down or put the muzzle up to get to the door, and now you've got that half second, split second, lowering and getting on target time. So
that's a great point too, because besides the length, which makes it a lot easier to navigate through a home, that weight is also a huge advantage as far as it's lightweight, because if I needed to, I can easily maneuver that one-handed, right?
Absolutely.
Whereas with a standard kind of full-length shotgun, even with an 18-inch barrel on a typical pump for home defense, it's still a lot longer than the KS7. So I could just see myself, like you said, like I could actually hold it, support it, balance it in one hand, even draw it up over my shoulder, which I'll sometimes do with an AR, so I can shorten up the length, open up a door, go through that opening, and I can just push it forward right back into position.
Yeah.
So really cool platform. I mean, I think you guys have knocked it out of the park with the KS7.
I appreciate that. And it also competes with, I won't name any companies because we're friends with all these companies. They make great products and innovative products. But there's, people are trying to get their shotgun short without it, having to fill out extra paperwork and pay a $200 tax stamp, whatever.
Yeah.
So the Bullpup platform has been for a long time what's the word I'm looking for? Solving that problem.
Yep.
So you get a 2-foot 12-gauge shotgun, that you can go buy at a gun shop. You don't have to fill out any extra paperwork and pay a $200 tax stamp for it, to put a stock on it. It's already got a stock. It's ready to go. And like you said, you can tuck that thing right into your shoulder and maneuver it around with ease, almost like a handgun. So
cool, man.
Yeah, it's just.
Will you be running it at any 3-gun matches?
No, but if anyone knows who Patrick Kelly is, or you don't know who Patrick Kelly is, go look up on YouTube. Amazing 3-gun shooter. He's an all-around awesome guy, but he wants to take the KSG 25 to a match, because you can put a box of shells in that thing. So essentially through your shotgun portion of your stage, there's no reloading whatsoever, and he shoots so fast. I mean,
he works a pump very fast.
Yes, it might be hard for even the semi-auto guys to keep up with him. So we're really looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's awesome.
But I'm not brave enough to do that. We'll do some tactical training with the KSG. Love doing that. And sometimes there's TAC 3-gun matches and stuff. We'll implement the KSG for that. Super fun.
Cool. Now, Chad, you're a shooter. How did you get? Like, what's the very first memory you have of touching a gun?
My dad taking me out with pellet guns that look like Smith & Wesson 500s.
Sure.
Big old revolver style, air pistols basically that shot pellets.
Yeah.
And then I upgraded to a BB gun, which was a lever action. Almost looks like a 30-30, like a Daisy, the Daisy.
Red Ryder.
Red Ryder, yeah. And
shoot your eye out.
Killed my first bird with that. And just, a lot of people have the very similar story. You start out like that, and then you move up to 22s, 22 handguns, 22 long rifle bolt action guns. But, yeah, just shooting with my dad when I was a kid.
Well, what do you think? I mean, so a lot of people actually have come to the show here, I think, there's definitely those that you can look at. You go, yep, this is a concealed carrier. This is a guardian, a sheepdog, whatever you want to call them. This is someone that's already taken the steps, and they're taking this lifestyle concealed carry seriously. But I know there's also those that are here at the show that are new, and they've come to start to get educated, to start, okay, I want to know what holster I should use. I want to know about tactics and training and all that. So, I mean, what do you think for particularly someone that's getting started a little bit later in life? Where do you think is a good place to get started?
The same place we all started. Take some, get an airsoft pistol and train with it, practice with it. You're not really going to hurt anything with an airsoft pistol. A SIRT pistol is a great place to start. But really, the best thing to do is go to your local gun shops. I mean, you can do research online nowadays. Find a local gun shop that offers training. And just go down there and talk to some professionals. Get professional help. If you need professional help on working on your car or anything else, for that matter, you seek those people that have been there and have the experience. So training is number one. That's key. Anybody can go buy a firearm in America, and that's awesome. And we should never ever doubt that right.
Yeah.
But
keeps you having a job.
But be responsible about it. Don't just go buy a gun and stick it in your waistband or in a half-wit holster or whatever, and then walk around, get your concealed carry permit and think that you're going to protect anybody, much less yourself. You got to get that training. It's super, super key, and there's so many places they can go nowadays to get that. And, you go to USCCA, punch in your questions there, and I'm sure, the answers will come up.
Yeah. So. Cool. What do you think is maybe some of the common mistakes you sometimes see people make as they are getting into guns, getting into concealed carry in particular, getting into that self-defense directed lifestyle?
Sure, yeah. The biggest thing is, and I felt the same thing too when I first got my concealed carry permit. I felt empowered. Like, that's awesome,
Yeah.
And yes, it is empowering, but again, it's always going to go back to that training. You can't. And I've been shooting now 3-gun matches or whatever for 9 years straight, almost every weekend. I'm still learning. I'm still learning how to weapons manipulation. Different platforms, and that's not even getting into the concealed carry part of it. And then in the concealed carry part of it, it's like you said, which holster do I get? Which firearm should I use? What kind of capacity is what's legal? Then you get all the legal aspects of it or whatever. So there's a lot to learn, and I'm still learning, and I know you're still learning. And while you're teaching, you're still learning. So it's never ending.
That's true.
And the thing is once you get into it, though, and you start to learn this stuff, don't make the mistake of getting complacent. Don't think that, okay, well, I've taken a few lessons, and I can hit the bullseye at, 7 yards or 10 yards or even 15 yards or whatever, and just call it a day. It's continual, and it should be a passion for you, So concealed carry is so important. It's so key, and we preach about this stuff all the time. But the biggest thing you got to focus on is training, and you really got to want to train. You have to want to do it, and that's the biggest thing. And just stay interested. Keep doing your research, and that's what kind of keeps the fire going.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, yes. So, Chad, what's some stuff that's exciting coming up for you guys? You personally, or you from KelTec? I mean, anything exciting.
If I were honest, I'd say some marketing opportunities we have coming up. I'm just going to be super busy this year, which takes away from the competitive shooting stuff, but it's completely worth it. We've got some new products coming out. I don't know if I can say it, but I'll say it anyway. We have I think we've got 7 or 8 more products to launch in the next 5 years.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, and these are ready to go. They're all drawn up and ready to go, and that's as of today.
That's exciting, man.
And everything I've seen as far as drawings and stuff they blow my mind.
Right.
It's amazing.
And KelTec, you guys have been expanding
Yes.
Right? You
Yeah.
got a new building.
That's another exciting thing for me this year is moving into a new office. So now Matt's my videographer. We have a professional, awesome, huge studio, and we're going to share an office, but it's really big and it's nice. And so when you guys come down, we'll have I'm going to have a drum set up in there. So if you guys want to go nuts, we'll have a breakfast area, like a kitchen, the whole 9 yards. And as it is right now, I mean, our office is it's a little sweatshop for Matt and I. So this is going to be a huge upgrade for us. And we'll get a lot more content out there. We're really excited to have you come down and do your podcast from our studio. And so
Count on it.
We want to do more of that stuff, kind of hosting people and bringing professional shooters in.
So when is the new office? Like, when do you move in, dude?
We got the keys right before we came here to the show. Yeah.
Nice.
So, but we're going to be traveling for the next 2 weeks. So it'll be a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But once we're in there, we'll be set up,
That's
ready to
fun,
go.
Man.
Yeah.
Very cool. That is exciting. Awesome. Let's see. I was going to ask you about your motorcycle, man. You're really into motorcycles. And I know there's viewers and listeners that are into motorcycles too. So you're a rider, man. You ride your bike like every day, don't you?
I do, as much as I can, yeah. So have you seen the Lucas Oil shooting range over here?
Yes.
Okay, so they're going to have that at Sturgis.
Oh, no kidding.
Yes, yeah.
That's a great idea, by the way.
Yeah, they're bringing that to Sturgis. So we're actually, myself and a couple of wounded combat veteran buddies of mine, we're going to ride from Cocoa, Florida, up to Sturgis. And we rented a chase vehicle, and when I say chase vehicle, I mean this is like a tour bus, a diesel pusher, beautiful. Yeah, because we needed a hotel room that we could also drive. So that's what we're doing, and we'll have a support truck, and we're gonna film the whole thing. And this professional videographer out from Oregon, my friend Rick Stewart, he's also a veteran special forces guy, got really into filming stuff, and so he jumped at the opportunity. So we're gonna document the whole trip. In part of the trip, it was an excuse for me to say, "Hey, boss, can I ride my motorcycle to an event?" He's like, "Heck yeah!" So
you have a great boss.
But I do. But we're also going to have KSGs and KS7s in our bedrolls and our packs, because it's the only firearm that I know of that's 50 state legal. You can drive across any state line with that thing, and you don't need a concealed carry permit or anything like that. So it's for motorcycle enthusiasts, it's a really big deal. If you can conceal that thing, it's legal everywhere. It's great firepower, and a lot of people that like to ride across country or long distance, they camp a lot, and so when you're camping, you're off at a campsite or whatever. There's weird people. It's just peace of mind knowing that you can have a firearm, because you can't take a handgun everywhere. Yeah. So that's kind of
that's actually an interesting concept. To go, okay, all right. We have a shotgun, a 12 gauge that's small enough and light enough and easy enough to transport that's going to be our travel gun for this cross-country trip. That's really cool, man.
Not just motorcycles, but if you're on you're in the family van and you're going on vacation somewhere, you've got some protection you can take legally across state lines without having to worry about breaking any laws, which is awesome, and it's great firepower.
Nice.
But the other part of that is we're going to be teaming up with Lucas Oil. We're going to have all of our guns in that live mobile shooting range. So we'll have all the KelTec's in there. And we're trying to work it where after you shoot the guns and you go in there, you got that big grin on your face. We're going to have an iPad out there or some sort of tablet out there where you can go order that gun that you wanted and that you like, and we'll ship that to your FFL directly.
Nice.
Yeah, so
I love it.
It'll be a Sturgis special. So.
Nice. You unfortunately had a pretty bad accident not too long ago.
Yeah, in just before Halloween, the day before Halloween, a lady T-boned me. I survived, so you did. It's good.
You came out of it really well, brother.
Yeah, thank God.
Considering.
Yeah, I literally thank God. But I 4 broken ribs and a brain bleed, but I'm back. And by God's grace, I'm here and still get to enjoy doing this stuff with you.
I'm thankful for that, man.
Yeah.
I was pretty worried there for a bit. I mean, I saw one of your pictures you posted from the hospital bed. Man, you looked rough.
I was high as a kite.
But you look good now, brother, and we're thankful for that.
Thank you.
So again, folks, KelTec's got some really awesome stuff already, right?
Yeah.
Great guns, great pistols, great shotguns, and more stuff coming, as Chad here has said. So that's exciting to hear too. So Chad, where can people learn more and find more and follow KelTec and all that?
KelTecWeapons.com.
There you go. That's pretty easy.
It's all
They
there.
can look you up on Facebook and Instagram and
and it's
all the usual places too.
KelTec. Just type that into Google and all of our stuff will come up.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Awesome. Chad, thanks for spending a little bit of time with me this morning.
Of course.
Day 3 of the Concealed Carry Expo. More great coverage coming here soon, folks. I believe we actually have about a half-hour break because there's someone else that uses our stage during that time.
You're going to want to see the next guy.
Yeah.
I saw that on the I posted on our Instagram. Go check it out. There's a lot of cool people coming to see you.
For sure. So we'll be back here shortly with more great coverage from the show. All right.
Even if they are a suspected stranger, it wouldn't be the first time that someone, under their duty of their job, has come into a home and victimized and criminalized a homeowner. Now, in addition to the deadbolt, there's some other things we can do to really secure up this door.
Open the door.
Yep, just a minute.
What are some things I might do? What are some strategies I might have to limit my potential risk that I encounter with this person?
Who are you? The cops. No, you're not. Don't come in. I'm armed.